Tennis superstar Novak Djokovic is officially out of the US Open.
Novak Djokovic has come out and he has announced that he will not be playing the US Open.
Sasha Zverev has withdrawn from this year's US Open.
Serena Williams, she is announcing her retirement from tennis after the US Open, obviously her home tournament.
I think that her legacy is really wide to the point where you can't even describe it in words. I think I'm a product of what she's done. I wouldn't be here without Serena Venus. I'm very thankful to her.
A lot of other players in the field, have the belief I can do that too. I think what we achieved shows that, anything can happen really.
It's time!
First thing I did when I got home from work is I changed to the Rafa hat, the Rafa top.
Emma Raducanu.
And she's just beaten Serena Williams and Azarenka. This is the biggest talking point. Nick Kyrgios on the same section as Daniel Medvedev. Who do you think is going to win the US Open this year? He answered Carlos Alcaraz. I mean, it's still the young guns. Rafa has got a nice draw. Serena Williams, she's drawn. Wow. Danka, Kovinic.
Terrible.
I'm a massive Layla fan.
Garcia is incredible. I put a bet on Garcia to win the US Open.
Pegula, Layla Fernandez. I'm going to go Layla Annie Fernandez. Going to win. Rafael Nadal is going to win the US Open this year.
Rafael Nadal comes back from the depths yet again.
We've both gone for the same guy. I've got Linda, you've got Linda.
Nadal has to be considered a favorite.
Rafa for 23. Let's go, Ben. Come on.
Hey everyone, good afternoon and welcome to another Game to Love Watchalong. My name is Roland and I will be your host for today. I'm also testing a new setup today with sound, etc. So if you have any troubles with the audio, please do let me know. But I really hope it's no problem at all. Today we will be watching Paola BADOSA against Petra Martic. I assume it's going to be a very close match, but let's see what happens. Players are currently playing in, so they are just warming up a little bit. I think it will take, let's say, somewhere between 2 and 5 minutes before they will get playing. So, really interested to see what kind of match we will see today. If there's anyone already in the chat, then let me know what you're expecting of this match. But and also for everyone new to our channel, please don't forget to hit the like button on the video. It really helps us spread the video and also get more people here, which is always fun to have a watch along with more than just a few people. And I'm really looking forward to this match actually. Paola BADOSA, of course, she's the world number 4, one of the most consistent players on tour. She's been playing well throughout the year, I think. Maybe not results on the Grand Slams that everyone would like to see from her, but other than that, she's playing really well, especially in the WTA Masters tournaments, etc. Just one of the, I think, also the best known players. She's very active on social media, also does a lot of press interviews, and I think she always brings a good vibe to the tournament. So really nice to have her here. She did well in the first round, and let's see how she can get on in the second round against Martic. Martic is currently the number 54 in the world, so there's a pretty big difference in ranking there, but we might see today that maybe the difference in actual level is not always as big. Petra Martic had a good US Open 2 years ago and 3 years ago when she reached the 4th round, which is actually further than BADOSA has ever come in this tournament, so that's interesting already, I think. Because Paola BADOSA doesn't always do well on, hasn't done well yet on this tournament, and Martic 2 times the 4th round. I think for her that's a pretty good result. I think she would be really happy if she could do the same today. If there's anyone already in, let me know your predictions. So what do you think of the first set? Maybe already a prediction for the whole match if you want to be bold. The players are actually entering the court now, so they're getting ready to start playing, and we'll focus on the play in the beginning. Paola is going to start serving in the first set. The match is going to start now. First serve is really good, but it's just out. I think it barely missed the line, so she has to do a second serve. Second serve is good. They're into the rally, backhand to backhand rally, forehand from Martic, forehand from Badosa, and too strong. Really good acceleration by Badosa, and the first point of this match goes to Paola. So Badosa serves again. It's into the net, and another second serve. And the scoreboard has now realized that the match has started as well, so that's perfect. Ooh, it's a double fault. That's pretty early. Second service point and a double fault, so we're on 15-all now. And it's 30-15. It's a weak shot from Martic into the net. A bit like the first one, but then the first one was under more pressure. So it's 30-15 for Badosa. Stadium doesn't look too full yet. We're into the rally, backhand to backhand. Badosa hitting some very powerful shots. Coming to the net now, lob from Martic, but I don't think it's good enough. And Badosa smashed it away. Really well played. Good point from her. 40-15. And we have Alex BG1 in the chat saying, hey, what's up, Roland? Man, your girl Kasatkina out first round. Alex, what can we say? I think for predictions about winners of tournaments, people should probably not listen to me anymore because my whole bracket is in shambles. And yeah, I'm also pretty sad that Daria went out because she's one of my favorite players because she's so smart. But she just didn't have the power to win that match. And I think the fatigue from playing 2 tournaments and a final just before this tournament maybe was too much. And I saw a lot of those people going out actually who made finals in the past weekend. So maybe that's something for me to take with me in the next time when I'm doing brackets, that they might be fatigued. But how is your bracket doing and how are you doing? Meanwhile, Badosa wins the first game pretty easily. It's 1-love. And now Martic up for her first service game. And in comes the first serve. It's good. I don't think Badosa can bring it back into the court. No, it was on her backhand. She reached for it, but flying high, and it's 15-love. Since we didn't have that many people in yet in the beginning, I'm going to press the predictions button, and then I would like to hear all your bold predictions for this match. Yeah, let me know what you think, how much it's going to be. Then I will also give my prediction, and we can discuss maybe why those might be different. It's currently 15-all. It's a good point from Badosa, hitting a shot really deep on the baseline that surprised Martic, and she didn't make enough room, so 15-all. Service from Martic is wide, so it's a second serve on 15-all. Second serve come in, wild return from Badosa. Wanted to go straight to the line with the backhand, but it's just a meter out, or maybe you can't say just a meter out. So it's 30-15, maybe another easy service game, but then for Martic. So Badosa, I was talking in the beginning about how she seems to struggle a little bit on the Grand Slams. She also is not on the greatest form. Alex just mentioned Kasatkina. Of course, she was playing really well in the tournaments before the US Open. But Badosa lost almost straight games to Kasatkina, Putintseva, and Tomoljanovic in different tournaments. So definitely not the best build-up for the US Open for Paola Badosa. So let's see if she can find her form during the tournament. Meanwhile, Martic hits an ace, and it's a really easy service game for her as well, and it's 1-1. And we have Shelly Sturm. Hey, Shelly, nice that you're here, saying Badosa in 2 sets. And Alex is saying, my prediction for the women's winner this tournament was to pick out a name from a hat. That's for the WTA, it kind of seems like that, right? But I'm not sure. This time, I think there's a few contenders, right? Let's talk about them a bit later in this match. But there's a few obvious contenders. But I would like to say that I have a few players that surprised me in how dominant they played in the previous matches. Capricorn BG saying, hey, long time no see. That's definitely true. It has been a long time. Nice that you are here. How are you doing? So Shelly has made the claim that it's going to be Badosa in 2 sets. I don't know if there's anyone else that would like to say something about the outcome of this match, but I would say that for my prediction is Badosa in 3 sets. I think Martic is a player that can do really well in Grand Slams, also against seeded players. But Badosa is playing very powerful also in the first round with her forehand and backhand. And I can see her having enough for Martic, but the bookies actually thought it would be a pretty close match. The odds didn't go very far apart. Badosa was the slight favorite. So I hope we are in for a thrilling and also close match. So talking about the favorites for the women's tournament, I think Coco Gauff really put herself in a position where a lot of people are going to be talking about her. She hit the 5th highest recorded serve in terms of speed, and she was hitting so well. So I think Coco Gauff has to be one of the top favorites for the tournament now. Meanwhile, Badosa recording her 2nd double fault of the match, and it's 30-15. Not much trouble for her until now because she has been playing well in the rallies, but the serve is definitely not functioning as she would like it to be. In comes the 2nd serve from Badosa. I think it's wide again, so it's another double fault. It hit the net court and then went wide, so that's 3 double faults in 2 games, and I hope Badosa doesn't channel her inner Sabalenka and goes like 25 double faults in this match. We are into the rally. Really deep shot on the baseline from Badosa, moving inside with her forehand. Really good shot. Yeah, Badosa's playing the rallies really well. She hits a really deep shot on the baseline. Martic brings it back, but it lands somewhere halfway the court with a slice. Badosa steps in and hammers it away with the forehand. Really good shots, and it's 40-30. So still no trouble in her service game. First service good this time. She moves to the forehand to forehand rally. Steps in a little bit, put power behind it, forehand to backhand. Backhand from Badosa to the line is a really good shot. Wow, Paola Badosa playing well in the rallies, and it's 2-1 for Badosa. And the changeover. So for everyone who just joined, I can see that we have a few more people here right now. If you didn't yet, please hit the like button on the video. It's right below here, and it helps us spread the video. The more people that like it, the higher it ends up in all those pesky algorithms, and then we can have a bigger Watchalong party here. So that would really help me. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're trying to hit 50k subs, and we're doing really well on it. So if you're new, we're bringing like 8 to 10 matches every day on this US Open. We're really branching out, doing so many matches, and it's going to be very exciting. So join the GTL family and hit the subscribe button. Alex saying they're really dominant players over the last 20 years, were the Williams sisters, Henin, Sharapova, and Kleisters. Right now, there isn't a player like that, which makes it like a lottery. Yeah, the 2 Williams sisters, the 2 Belgian players, and Sharapova. I think you're right. And we were all maybe thinking that Iga Swiatek would make that list in the beginning of this year when she hit the 37 consecutive win streak or something. I'm not sure if the number is accurate, but something like that. But yeah, since then she's been struggling as well. Let's see if she can pick up her form here. I would say that from the current players, Coco has the potential to be such a dominant player because of the power of her playing style. Reminds me a lot of the Williams sisters, like being able to hit forehands and backhands at just come off the racket of the opponent who's not able to do anything with it. I'm interested to see if she can make that next step, where if she plays against the player seeding, let's say 10 or 12, and she doesn't have her best day, that she can still win it, because that's currently what she doesn't have yet, that if she is not in her absolute top form, that she still wins. Martic hits an ace, second one of the match, 15 love. Martic having some trouble throwing the ball. Maybe it also looks like, looking at the trees, that there's a lot of wind. So it could be that that's putting her off a little bit. But she serves it into the net. And one of my favorite G2 watchers coming by, Gary, saying, Roland, gaming two pass of my like, bouncing around from one match to another, but good to see you. I think Gov is the best choice as the next superstar, but it's not a given for me. No, it's definitely also not a given for me, but nice to have you here, and thanks for the like. And yeah, if you are going to watch another match, then have a great time there. There are so many good matches on right now, right? So it's it's hard to choose. I'm really liking doing this this match right now. But I also feel like there's so many other great matches going on. So we'll also try to update everyone a little bit on the scores, etc. But yeah, thanks for coming by. Meanwhile, it's 30-15. Martic serving well, and both players not having too much issues on their own serve. So maybe some results from what already happened. We had two players pulling out. Isner pulling out against Rune, and Kalinina pulling out against Kvitova. So Kvitova and Rune both get a walkover, and they advance to the third round without having to play, which I think is a big advantage in terms of fitness. We can see that in the match between Cirstea and Bencic lost the first set, and she was also down pretty bad in the second one, but she has won the second set, and now they're even in the third one. So that's a very close match. And another match that is I expect to be really close and exciting is the match between Coric and Brooksby. Brooksby won the first set, but they are now into the tiebreak in the second one. So let's see if Borna Coric can continue his great form. I think the 5-set format might be tough for him, but let's see. And Capricorn Biggie just saying Roland Garros. Yeah, that's a good one. I should change my name maybe for the Roland Garros tournament and go there. But nice one. So Martic is 40-40 up, and she's serving. It's into the net, so she has to go to the second serve. So far, Martic serving a lot better than Badosa, but maybe a bit less in the readies. Good serve from Martic. Strong return from Badosa with the backhand. Forehand to the line from Badosa. Return from Martic. Really powerful backhand from Badosa, but it's into the nets, and it's 2-2. And Gary's saying, I feel the need to support all of you because the GTL team rocks. Well, thanks, Gary. That's really nice. I was anxious to see how the Collins backhand compares to Wawrinka. Berrettini could use it for sure. That's some really nice takes there. I think Collins, also very powerful player. I'm actually not so sure about her backhand, but she played so well against Osaka, right? I think the Osaka against Collins match, it was a first round match, but it could have been like a quarterfinal or semifinal. And Collins, I think, very aggressive, what I like to see from her. So it's going to be interesting to watch her this tournament. And Alex saying, what's your view on Dimitrov versus Nakashima today? It's interesting, right? Very good players. I think Dimitrov, when he's on his best, should be a lot better than Nakashima. But Dimitrov on his best, how often do we get to see that? I think injuries, I think losing focus a little bit. So I'm expecting a really close match, and Nakashima to beat him if it goes to 4 or 5 sets. I think Dimitrov has to win straight sets, or Nakashima will grind him out. What do you expect, Alex, there? Score is 15 low for Badosa, and it's a let. Second serve. I think it was a let, so it's the first serve. I was gonna say it's another double fault, but luckily not. Good return from Martic. Yeah, really good return from Martic. It was pretty powerful. I think Badosa underestimated it. So yeah, she didn't make enough room for it. Watching the replay, she was standing on the baseline, but she was kind of grounded. And Gary's saying that Colin's backhand is the best in the women's game. Interesting fact, she patterned her backhand after Jimmy Connors because her dad was a Connor fanatic, as was I. Nice. That's really nice. Connors had a legendary backhand, right? Still, for me, it doesn't meet the Wawrinka backhand, but we had this discussion earlier. I'm definitely going to make sure that I watch another match of Collins because I really like her, the way that she plays, the aggressiveness, the power, and got to put special focus on the backhand. Meanwhile, we see kind of a bit of a similar rally like the previous point where Badosa with her backhand hits it way too flat and it ends up into the net. 15-30. Could this be the first service game that either player struggles? Let's see what happens. The rally drop shot from Martic is definitely not good enough, but those are moving forward and smashing the next one away. Yeah, the drop shot was not good enough, but those had a lot of time to move forward to the net. And then she played it deep on the feet of Martic, who could only loop it up, and Bartosa smashed it away. So really good point from Paola. Fast on her feet, that's good to see. And yeah, aggressive on the net, so I think she will be happy with this, and it's 30-all. First service out again from Badosa. She's on like 50% first serve percentage, which is really low. And the return from Martic is sloppy. It goes out. Not a very strong second serve, but Martic wanting to do a bit too much with it. And she overhit it, moving too far to the left. So it's 40-30 for Badosa, and she looks like she can clinch another service game. Maybe a bit into trouble, serve not going as she wants, but as you can see, she still wins most of the first serve points with 88%. So not too bad. Wow. Oh, I was gonna say, wow, what a forehand from Badosa, but it was just out actually. She was, I think she was almost ready to celebrate it, but we moved to juice, first juice of the match, and it's a pretty tight match so far. Maybe also what I predicted, that these players they don't differentiate from each other so much. First serve is in the net, and now we are actually on 50%. Second service in, return from Martic is deep. Martic with a slice moving to the net, Badosa with the passing shot. Martic follows it, Badosa running. Oh, really nice passing from Badosa. She runs for it, dives for the ball, and she passes Martic at the net, who was, I think, already thinking that she had the point, but definitely not true. Paola showing that she's fast around the court, and she flicks her racket to pass her, and it's advantage. Really good point from Badosa. We're into the rally, advantage for Badosa. Martic hit it on the line, moving forward, moving to the net. Volleys it into the net. So far, Badosa has done well when Martic comes to the net. She is able to either pass her, or this time give her such a hard ball that she's not able to make an easy volley. So Badosa 3-2, and we're still going with the serve. So players taking a break, and it gives me some time to take a look at the scores maybe from other matches. Benchis is leading in the third set now, so it looks like she got her game together. And what else do we have? We have Sinner already far up in the first set. 5-1 against Eubanks. I think also expected to win quite easily. Yannick Sinner, one of my favorites for the tournament. Dan Evans, a lot of people picking him as an outsider for this tournament because he did so well in the tournaments in the run-up to the US Open, but he's already 2 sets to love up against Duckworth, so a good start to the tournament from him. I think he also won in straight sets in the first round, so that's good. And if we look at the women's side, then we can see a close match between Alexandrova and Davis. They are in the tiebreak in the third set. Like mentioned, Kvitova got a walkover, so she's already through. And we have Putintseva and Niemeyer just starting their match, so that's still all up for play. Pegula beat Sesnovic earlier with 6-4, 6-4. Another excellent performance from Pegula, who looks to play herself in form in the US Open, and she's doing well so far. Maybe one of the outsiders for the title on the women's side, but I don't know how you see this. And we have Ian Zet in saying, "Hey Roland, hey Ian Zet, very nice that you're here. How are you doing?" Or should I say Ems, maybe? A really good service from Martic, and it's 15 love. And another long night ahead of us. Yeah, definitely. I will be doing this match and maybe one more match later if there's still room in the schedule and it doesn't start too late. But still also looking forward to maybe watching some of the other matches. So it's another long night ahead of us. And with the US Open, it's a bit of a shame that you cannot watch everything, especially if the matches start at like 2 a.m. Our time. But it's still fun to watch. And this match is actually on the perfect time for me. So we're into a big rally, forehand rally, but Martic gets the overhand in this, and she plays a really fast forehand and moves to 30 love. Alex BG1 asking, any tips on the Dutch girls? I hope you're talking about tennis, Alex. So then I would say that Hartono is a very exciting talent that I think qualified in Wimbledon. But in the past years, outside Kiki Bertens, we haven't had many great, good women's players, if that's what you were suggesting there. Martic with a good serve, but also unable to return it. It's 40 love, and she looks like she's going to have another easy serves game. Jensen Brooksby wins the tiebreak against Borna Koric, moving 2 sets to love up. I can see that Koric had a lot of set points, but he spoiled them all. So Brooksby 2 sets up, and I think that might be a bit of a too tough ask for Koric to come back from that. Koric missed 6 or 7 set points in that tiebreak, so that's rough for him. Okay, back to the match. It's 3-3. Everything going with serve so far. Not too much happening. I think both players pretty even. Badosa not serving so well. 3 double faults and not very convincing. And Martic serving well, but maybe a bit less in the rallies. Manor is saying Koric lost the tiebreak. Yeah, I'm very sad. I've picked Koric to go quite deep in the tournament. So as with a lot of my other picks, everything's going to shambles. But we're into a great rally. Martic spreading the play, making Badosa run, and Badosa trying to get there, but she can't. So first point of this game goes to Martic. Really good rally. And Jared Gonzalez. Hey, Jared, nice to have you. Says, been a while. Yeah, definitely been a while, mate. How are you doing? And Alex saying that's a diplomatic answer. Very Dutch indeed. Yeah, that's what we aim for, right? We don't ever want to offend anyone. If we can work out a result that works for everyone, then we are happy. Okay, Badosa serving. And it's out. So back to the 50% serve percentage. She's a bit annoyed, looks a bit annoyed with the serve. And the second serve comes now. Second serve is good. Slice return from Martic. Slice return not good at all. Bit of a weird choice on a soft second serve to go with the slice, but it's 15-all. Let's see, can Badosa put in the first serve? She cannot. It's into the net, and we have to go to the second serve. And for everyone who just joined, if you're just here, hit the like button on the video. It really helps me out to spread this match. We talked last time about JG and Ben expecting those high like numbers from me. So if you want to help me out, hit the like button. Meanwhile, another great rally, but this time it's Paola BADOSA who takes the lead in the rally, moves Martic around to the forehand and wins the point. BADOSA's forehand is looking good. I'm really happy with what we're seeing. She's able to generate a lot of power with it, stepping in time. (30-15) and BADOSA serving again. This time the first serve is in. Good forehand outside, backhand slice from Martic. BADOSA with another strong forehand outside, and Martic slicing it back. It's another big forehand in the same corner. 3 in a row, and 40-15 for BADOSA. Her forehand is looking very good. She's able to dictate the play with it, and making Martic run and run, and then finish it off. So 40-15, another easy service game. Maybe this match is not the most exciting in terms of scoreline yet, but it's exciting in terms of rallies, that's for sure. Good serve from BADOSA, and Martic's not able to return it. You can already see that if BADOSA's serve is working, then she's cruising through these service games. She was struggling in the previous one a little bit because of the double faults, but now it's 4-3. So in terms of other matches going on, we have Marin Cilic, 2 sets up against Adrian Ramos. Cilic looking good for him again. He has made a few very deep runs in Grand Slams, so interested to see what he can do here. Petra Martic, I think probably the lesser known player of these 2 players. She's 7-8 on hardcourt this year, but so lost 1 more match than she won, which is a lot worse than the record that Paola BADOSA has this year on hardcourt, going 18-9. But Martic actually has the edge if we look at current form. Martic won Lausanne WTA tournament just a month ago, beating Parisas Diaz, Garcia, and Benchis in the run there. And I think Garcia is now one of the favorites to win the US Open with her recent great performances. And let's see. Jared Gonzalez saying, how big is the rivalry between the Nordic countries? What's your take on Rune, Roots, Spat at the French? I think in general, for most sports, the rivalry between the Nordic countries is more friendly than anything else. It's not like some countries, maybe in South America or whatever. It's maybe a lot more heated. But the Rune, Roots, Spat at the French Open was definitely something. And I think it was mostly down to Holger Rune acting very childish and having a bit of a tantrum in the end of the match. And I think Casper Ruud is actually a very calm, relaxed player usually. So if you can annoy him, you're doing something wrong. But let's see if they meet again sometime soon and we can see some more of those fireworks, because it was definitely a good popcorn moment for everyone. And Rel saying, where's the Paola BADOSA song? Yeah, fair enough, Rel. I'll try to slip it in somewhere. Maybe she can break Martis this game and we can definitely play it for her, but we have it ready. And while we're talking, BADOSA wins the first rally of the 8th game, and she moves into lofty 15. So yeah, Paola BADOSA looking good in the rallies, and maybe she can trouble Martic here, and I can press that fabulous button. Would also like to apologize on behalf of Ben. There is no Petra Martic button, so we will have to do with just complimenting her playing style. Ben, of course, our musical genius, has been very busy with making a lot of buttons for a lot of players, but it's been difficult. Martic with a good serve, but also with a good return. Martic moving to the net, and she's hit a very good shot. It was very low, but she drop volleys it, and it's a winner. She had to pick it up from like all the way on the floor, but a lot of feeling in the touch, and it's a very good ball. 15-0. Alex saying it's still on serve. Yeah, that's a bit why. Both players have been decent, but I don't think there's any highlights yet that you can say that one is having the upper hand or the other, or we need to have a button for sure. So let's see what goes. Yeah, I know, right? I will tell Ben that he needs to pick up his game, sing more songs for us. But yeah, it's to be expected with some players. Wow, really big winner. Really big winner from Paola Badosa at the line with the forehand, and she moves to 30-15. She baited Martic a little bit, playing a high ball, and Martic played a bit higher forehand back as well, and then she went through it. So 15-30, Martic serving. And we'll get back to some of the comments in the chat later. Good serve for Martic. Badosa slices it. I don't think it will land in. No, it's 30-all. Good serve. M's asking, who do you have winning the men's and women's? Yeah, I'm gonna come back on this at the next changeover, but I can tell you that my brackets are shambles. So apparently I know nothing. Martic getting ready to serve on 30-all. It's a really good serve again. She moves to the net, volleys it into the net. Ooh, that's a big misser. She had all the time to put it away, but it's 30-40, and if I'm not mistaken, it's the first break point of this match in the 8th game in the first set. Yeah, you can see it again in the replay. It's a pretty big miss. He hits the net court, but I think it's unforgivable, and she needs to serve well to hold here. Martic struggling a lot with throwing, I think because of the wind. Service into the net. Second serve on breakpoint down. Petra Martic. Second service in, but also with the backhand. Martic with the forehand. It's not so deep, but also with the forehand. Big backhand from Martic. Moves to the net. She can smash. And the smash is good. Juice. Really nice by Petra Martic. So I had Kasatki now winning the women's tournament, Ems. So she goes out first round, and I look like a fool. And I have Daniil Medvedev winning the men's tournament. I think Medvedev is underrated. A lot of people are forgetting how good he is, and I think he will definitely win it. Who do you have as your winners, chat? Let's hear it. Who's your women's and men's favorite to win the US Open? Good serve again from Martic. She moves to the line. Badosa scrambles for it, but she cannot put it in. And it's advantage Martic. 2 great points from her. Yeah, Martic with 2 very important points here. I think both started by having an excellent serve. And then she picks the right moment to move to the net or move Badosa around and just gets the upper hand in the rally from there. First serve, this time into the net. She needs to go to the second serve. Second serve is good. Backhand return from Badosa. Forward from Martic to the line, and she moves to the net again. But the shot was already too good. That's 3 excellent points in a row from Petra Martic, and we're still on serve. It's 4-4. Alex saying, Roland, if Martic wins the sets, you need to come up with a little song with a rhyme for her. Oh boy. I will think about this. Let's say that. Shelly saying Medi and Badosa for the trophy. Well, that's a nice pick. I don't think many people are picking Paola Badosa, but she's number 4 of the world for a reason. And you could see her going all the way. She has to overcome Petra Martic first, and I think that's actually a pretty difficult hurdle already. So let's hope the best for her. And for Medvedev, I completely agree with you. Nice pick. Of course, maybe less spicy because he's the world number 1, but still a lot of people are picking Nadal, Alcaraz, Sinner. Well, a really nice slice shot from Martic, drawing Badosa to the net, and she couldn't get it in. So it's love 15. You have to know, Alex, that I'm definitely not a good singer. So maybe what I can do is that if Martic wins the set, I can beg Ben to do some singing for us, but I cannot make any promises. Good serve from Badosa. Powerful forehand to the line, but Martic is keeping it in. Badosa with the backhand. Martic with the lob. Badosa with the smash into the net. I think the lob might have gone out. It's love 30, and we might be looking at first potential loss of serve. Badosa love 30 down. Serve is not going as she wants. And pretty big mistake on the smash just now. So is she in trouble? We will see. First serve is out again. Oh, she needs that first serve. Second serve is really good down the line. Forehand really big. What a point from Badosa. What a moment to hit such a good second serve. Was all the way on the tee. And boom, she goes. 15-30. She needs another one of those. I'm getting some really good suggestions in the chat. Still not making any promises though. First serve from Paola Badosa is good. Return from Martic is deep. Badosa has to go all the way back to the fence. Martic accelerating the play, moving forward now with the forehand, moving to the net. Badosa with the low shot. Martic with the volley, so good. And we have 2 break points from Petra Martic. And Manor is saying, Badosa struggling. Yeah, she is. It was pretty tight for the whole set, but now Martic is starting to play better in the rallies. Her forehand also more powerful now, and she's coming to the net a lot, which seems to work for her. So 2 break points down. Well, I need to put someone in timeout, I see. Annoying, but first service into the net. Slice return from Martic is on the line. Lob from Badosa. What a lob from Badosa. Wow, she had to get that from really deep. The return from Martic was on the line, but Badosa hits the perfect lob, and it's 30-40. I thought we would see a break here for sure. I mean, Martic playing such a good approach, hitting the ball really deep, but Badosa with a lob which lands on the line, and it's just perfect. 30-40. Good first serve, powerful. Well, yeah, that's what she needed. And it's back to Juice. Paola Badosa saving 2 break points. Todd saying, just came from GTL Swiatek against Stevens. No problem for Iga. Ah, that's nice to hear. Is Iga back on her form again, Todd? Did you enjoy her? Or did you only listen? And I'm saying Rafa biased and Iga. You are a very big Rafa fan, I know, so that's that's no problem. I think Rafa has to be the favorite, right? So how can you go against him? Another breakpoint, but also with a misser. And breakpoint number 3 in this game for Martic. And Art6, hey, nice to have you here, saying Iga still around 70%, but was enough to take it. Well, that's what you have to do, right? Even if you're 70%, then win your matches easily. That can lead to great things. We're into the rally. Oh, Martic had the chance to pass Badosa here, but no luck for her. She puts it wide, or she puts it behind the baseline, and I think this was the chance to break her. She had like 1 meter on the right side of Badosa to pass her at the net, but she goes too deep. And yeah, she smashes the racket on the ground. This was the chance, and it's back to Juice. Manor is saying she won 6-3, 6-2 easily. Impressive. No bagels, but still good. Yeah, if you have any questions for me, by the way, anyone in the chat on Twitch, on YouTube, on Facebook, Twitter, just let me know. I can answer all the questions. If I don't know the answer, then I will either look it up, make something up, or tell you that I don't know it. We're into a really good rally, but Martic plays a drop shot. Wow, it's so good. Really well disguised, moving forward, playing the drop shot, and we are into the 4th break point of this service game. But those are really struggling to dominate the rallies, and Martic with a really smart drop shot here. Good serve from Badosa. She seems to be able to pull out the great serves when she needs them the most. And we're back to Juice and returnable. Belinda Bencic is looking to win against Cirstea. She lost the first set, but she's now 5-2 up in the 3rd one. So I think we can say that Bencic will possibly win against Cirstea. Very close match for her there. Good serve from Badosa again. Return is really high. Badosa moves in with the forehand. Martic able to come back into play. Backhand to backhand rally. Slice from Martic. Forehand from Badosa. Another slice from Martic is a drop shot approach. Badosa really quick on her feet, moves forward, puts it away. We see the fist bump from Badosa. And it's advantage for the first time in this game. And can she hold and force me to push that button? And Alex saying Iga's now hyper motivated after teaming up with Rafa in that pre-tournament charity event. Isn't Iga so wholesome, right? I mean, the way that she is with Rafa, I can watch it like for hours every day. It's so cute. She's almost like a deer in the spotlight with him. And I hope it brings her a lot in her game, actually. Another good serve from Badosa. Moves in with the backhand. Backhand is wild, though. Oh, we're back to juice. Unnecessary from Badosa. She had a good serve, but she tries to close the point immediately with her backhand. I don't think that that room was there. So we're back to juice. And Todd saying Benchies has prevailed. Yeah, what a marathon match that was. And really happy for Belinda. Hope that she goes far in the tournament. Also a really nice person. Good serve from Badosa. Yeah, she's finding her serve. And it's advantage again. Down the tee, really hard and not returnable from Martic. What a long game we are having here. It's I think it's already like 6-7 minutes, maybe more. Shows you how close this match is. Good serve. Yeah. Badosa closing out this game with 2 good serves. She holds and it's 5-4. Paola Badosa.
Vamos! He was a tennis at Josa. She gonna show ya. Hey! Vamos! He was a tennis at Josa. She gonna show ya. It's Paola Badosa.
Yeah, you can hear Ben's unmatched singing and rhyming skills. Paola Badosa leads 5-4 after struggling 4 breakpoints against her. And she did really well to hold here. And M saying the atmosphere at Serena's match last night was amazing. I heard it was the highest attendance at a night session at Arthur Ashe ever. I mean, isn't that great? I, of course, wasn't able to watch it because of the time difference, but I watched the back parts of the match with the highlights, and the atmospheres looked amazing. I think she was playing really, really well, actually. And I also think that from all seeded players, Annette Kontaveit is probably the one that you want to get early because she always struggles a little bit on Grand Slams, but the level looked pretty decent. And yeah, could Serena surprise us and go deep in this tournament? And Alex BG1 spoiling my secret. I bet you're now 100% behind Badosa, just so you don't have to sing. Possibly. Probably. No, I'm not picking sides in this match. I really like Petra Martic as well. I think yeah, she's a good player. She is a smart player. She likes to switch up the play with the drop shots, etc. And I also really like to watch her play. So let's hope for her that she holds serve here, and we go even deeper into this first set, which has been quite exciting. Martic serving. First service into the net. Second service good. Backhand from Martic. Forehand, so I have to say. Forehand from Badosa, way too wild. Good forehand from Martic, moving inside out and almost on the line. And it's now 15-love. Jared saying would love to see the odds graph over the course of a Benčić match. I think Benčić is a nightmare for the bookies. Like she goes down like 5-0 in the first set sometimes, right? It's a bit maybe like Ons Jabeur. I've been doing quite a few Ons Jabeur matches because she's such an amazing player in person as well. But Ons Jabeur just loses focus sometimes in the second set and just drops at 6-love. So it's interesting. Weird return from Badosa, but it's on the line, so they continue play. Forehand to backhand. Wild backhand from Martic. 15-0, and Badosa celebrating it. I think Badosa is a player who celebrates a lot of points, but I think also she wants to make a statement in this game. And I'm back to banning some adult dating sites for some reason. They always come into these matches and try to spam us. So yeah, just report them. I will block them if I see them, and hopefully they are not too annoying for you. Good serve from Martic outside, and it's 30-15. And we have Gene Sword with the super sticker. Hey, Gene, that's amazing. Thank you. How are you? And did you already watch a match, or is this your first one of the day? But yeah, cheers, Gene. Thanks a lot. You're always sending the super stickers and helping us out a lot. And for anyone who just joined, please hit the like button on the video. We are on 26 likes, and I would like to see if we can get 50 likes at least, or more. Of course, 100 is the goal, but help me spread this video in all the algorithms, which from YouTube, Google, and yeah, let's get a hype going here. Second serve from Martic, and like I mentioned earlier, she's struggling a bit with throwing the ball before the serve, and we can see the trees and also the crowd that the wind is pretty heavy. So maybe that's also a reason why some of the shots have been drifting wide. Good rally. Backhand from Martic down the line, Badosa wild, and Martic up to 40-15. And Manor is saying Silic is on fire against ARV. Yeah, Silic is good, huh? How is he moving? I'm interested because I think Silic that is moving well is one of the most, yeah, let's say, interesting players on court. KC, hey KC, how are you? And Gene says, just come from the IGA match. How was the IGA match for you, Gene? Was it like you expected? Was she playing better than expected, or just, yeah, IGA things? Todd saying, I think the winner here gets Azarenka. Yeah, I think you might be right. Let me look it up. Yeah, the winner gets Azarenka, and they are in the same parts as Bencic actually, who gets to play the winner of Buskova Linette, I think. Linette, what I'm saying. Sorry, I'm a bit off here. Let me go to the schedule. But yeah, you are right about the winner getting Azarenka. So that should definitely be an interesting match, right? Meanwhile, Martic wins her game easy. It's 5-5, and we're into the business end of this first set. Yeah, into the business end. Badosa serving, 15 love up. Serve is good. Slice from Martic. Backhand from Badosa to the left side forehand of Martic. Badosa with the forehand. Martic with the slice again. Badosa hits through the slice. It's not so deep. Martic take over with the backhand. Yeah, Martic now moving into the court with the forehand. Into the net, and it's too much for Badosa. Martic really taking over control of this, and she's 15-all now. And Todd saying Zhang Potapova underway, and that might be a very interesting match. Of course, I picked Zhang as one of the unseeded players to watch in this tournament. In the preview article that I wrote, I don't know if you read it, but I have her knocking out Iga Swiatek in the fourth round and actually making the semi-final against Badosa. So that's interesting, right? And we see another great shot coming out from Petra Martic, 15-30, and it looks like Badosa will have another difficult service game. So far, I feel like Martic has a bit of the upper hand in this match now in the last 3-4 games. Good forehand from Badosa. Another good forehand. She moves to the net. Passing shot from Martic is good, though. She still has a chance, but she hits it into the net. Badosa was coming to the net, and Martic was making it work. But it's 5-5, 30-30. How close is this match, right? Okay, so he's saying, wow, I missed JG doing Iga's match. That's a shame, but JG is going to do like 100 matches this tournament, so I'm sure he will catch up with him. And Todd says, I had 17-year-old qualifier Noskova to make a run, but it didn't work out. Yeah, I mean, she had a really tough first round draw, right? It could have been a lot better for her if she got a bit more lucky there, because Buskova is just a very decent player. So, yeah. I have a few unseeded players going far in my brackets, actually. I have Samsonova in the quarterfinals, and Garcia in the semifinals, as well as Garcia seeded, of course, but not high seeded. And then Zhang as well in the semis, and Tomljanovic also in the fourth round. So let's see what happens there. And Gene saying, wow, you have Badosa making semifinals. Yes, but I'm a big Paola fan. And with the bottom half of the draw being so stacked with a lot of famous players, but not very many that are in great form. So I think she has a big chance. Good service game from Badosa, 6-5, and now we need to see if Martic can hold serve. By the way, for anyone who has watched one of my watch-alongs earlier, I'm interested to hear if the sound quality is any good today, because as you can probably see in the image, I've changed my setup to actually have a standing mic instead of the one that I also use for my work. Let me know if the sound quality is any different, if I could still improve it, because I haven't had the time yet to play with the settings. So I'm really interested to hear, like, how is the sound quality and what I could improve. And we have Gary saying, Zen is one of my new favorites. I love her ball toss and serve motion, both arm rise simultaneously. So interesting. She's the real deal, it seems. I think there's a few Chinese players that could be the real deal, Gary, and she's definitely one of my most exciting players for this tournament. What I really like about her, and what I also really liked about one of the other Chinese players with Wang yesterday against Sakari. I don't know if you watched that. But Wang played against Sagari, and she was actually not phased at all by the playing such a high-seeded player. And when she had to serve it out, actually pretty easy. So I thought, if you are so new on this stage, right, and it's all new for you, usually the occasion can get to these people, but not this time. 15 love for Petra Martic. Let's focus on the match for a little bit because it's so exciting and close. Martic looking annoyed at the wind, but she's the only one having difficulties with it. Internet, all the trouble was for nothing. Second serve on 50 love. Thanks, Gary. Thanks for letting me know. Really happy with it. We'll do some test recordings afterwards, see if I can tweak it a little bit if there's any gains to make, but happy to hear that the sound quality is good now. They're into the rally, and Martic is moving forward with the backhand. Badosa trying to hit the backhand down the line. It's, I think, a bit lazy in the footwork, and it's 30 love. And Jean saying Sakari sucks. She's feeling too much pressure now, being bad since IW. Yeah, I think I think that Sakari is a player that can let the big occasions get to her. Kind of scrambled my words there, but Sakari in Grand Slams is not a guaranteed for me. You have some players who always perform pretty decently in Grand Slams, maybe less in the WTA than in ATP, but Sakari definitely not one of them. Really good serve from Martic. 40 love. Looks like an easy service game for her, and we are getting ready for the tiebreak. Are you ready, guys, for the tiebreak? Let me hear your predictions for this set. Who's going to win the set, and in what fashions? What fashion? Gene saying Silic wins, and Manora saying Silic wins 6-3, 7-6, 6-3. What a clean performance from Marin Silic. Oh, double fault from Martic. That's the first for her. She was serving really well so far. Yeah, Gary, this is the match that a lot of people have talked about, right? Zheng against Iga, and Zheng was actually a lot better, but she had menstrual cramps and she had to, she couldn't play anymore almost. So I think there we already saw glimpses of her excellence. And in recent tournaments, she has shown that she's a great player. So I'm ready for her beating Iga this tournament. Don't add me, Iga fans. So it's the tiebreak, and I want to hear your predictions. First point goes to Paola BADOSA with a strong forehand. It's 1 love. And you're right, Gene. It's a few months ago. I think it was Roland Garros, right? First serve wide from Martic. She goes to second serve. And we have Todd saying 9-7 Martic. Any other predictions? Jean saying 7-4 Badosa. Second serve is good, but the return from Badosa is even stronger. They're into a quick rally. Oh, it's just out from Badosa, and it's 1-1. I think it was on Roland Garros, Gary, but I might be wrong. And the Daniela Cinderella saying Noskova is playing against Serena doubles tonight. She's not out yet. Hi, fans. Hey, that's a nice comment. Thanks for enlightening us. And I hope for her that that goes better than her first round match. But she's so young, right? I mean, she has all the time in the world to improve maybe on her game and to get used to this occasion. So definitely no issue for her. 2-1 Martic. 2 excellent points from her, and Badosa's on serve again. And Alex saying, who wants to hear a rap song by Roland for Petra Martic if she wins the set? I'm not one of them, I can assure you of that. 2-2, good serve from Paola Badosa. First serve into the net, and she goes to the second serve. Which first serve up to 64% for Badosa, so has been improving. That's what she needs. Now Badosa also throwing the ball, waiting for it because of the wind. I think it's really playing a factor here now. Another time. Apologizing to Martic for it. Trying to find her concentration again. It's still good. It's on the line. Return from Martic deep. Forehand to forehand rally. Forehand from Badosa into the net. And it's 2-3. First mini break in this tie break. A bit sloppy from Badosa. And Martic gets the first mini break. Can Petra Martic consolidate this mini break? She's serving now 3-2 ahead. We can also see with umbrellas that the wind is really fierce. Good serve from Martic, return from Badosa. Martic steps in with the forehand. I think it was wide. Yeah, the forehand is wide. Martic's not happy about it. It's 3-3. And Gary saying, Jean, I'll catch you someday. Yeah, good luck with that, Gary. I feel sometimes that maybe Jean does know everything. So I wish you a lot of luck with this. It's 3-3, time for the changeover. And maybe time for a fun fact. Paola Badosa was actually born in New York, so she's back in the city where she was born. She currently lives in Dubai, and of course she's Spanish, but she was born in New York, so maybe that gives her an extra boost. Petra Martic serving 3-3. It's a really good serve down the tee. Badosa loops it up. It lands on the baseline. Oh, that's tough for Martic, and we're into the rally. Backhand to backhand we go. It's on the line for Martic. She plays the drop shot. Badosa moving forward. Tries to pass. Badosa trying to put too much on it when she didn't have much time. And it's 4-3 for Martic, who played a smart point. And Gary saying, I'm going with 12 weeks, being the same as a few. Yeah, Gary, let's keep it at that. I mean, everyone has a different take on how much a few is. I would say most people probably don't have 12 as a few, but we'll give you a free pass. It could be still early for you, right? I don't know your time zone, but Paola Badosa serving, good for serve, and it's a high ball from Martic and smash from Badosa. Yeah, it was a shank from Petra Martic, and we have something for a shank. I don't get to play this button very often, so thanks you, Petra Martic, for this. Another good point. These players are so close in level at the moment. It's 5-4 for Badosa, and now Martic again. You can hear the wind now also on the microphone. It seems like it's even picking up harder. So and I hope it doesn't phase the players too much. Good serve again from Martic. Big forehand down the middle. Slice from Badosa. Forehand from Martic to the left side. Moves to the net. Badosa with the backhand. Martic with the drop volley. Badosa gets to it. Another volley. It's a really wild point, but Badosa gets there. It's 6-4 for Badosa. We have 2 set points for Paola Badosa, playing the rally just a little bit better than Martic. Sorry about missing this in the chat for a second. I have to keep watching, apparently. And Todd saying, Gary at 59, I know exactly what you mean. Fair enough, Todd, fair enough. First serve is out. Second serve for Paola Badosa. 2 set points. Second serve is really good outside. Martic returns it. It's wide in the first. Oh, sorry, I was wrong. Badosa's complaining. I was wrong, looking at it wrong. Sorry, guys. It's 6-5. Bad miss there from Badosa. I thought she was winning the point, actually, but completely opposite. So 1 chance on her serve. Good serve. Big forehand. Martic keeps it in play, though. Another big forehand to the different side. Martic running around to the backhand of Badosa, but she's still in the rally. Slides now from Badosa. Forehand of Martic hits the net court. Badosa with the bossy shot. Bossy shot is too good. Paola Badosa takes the first shot with a screaming backhand.
Vamos! He was a tennis that she gonna show ya. Hey, vamos! He was a tennis that she gonna show ya. It's Paola Badosa.
Paola Badosa takes the first set in a tiebreak. It was very close. There's not much between those 2 players, but Paola Badosa in the end, in the tiebreak, playing 2 good rallies that gave her the set, and she moves up 1-0, and I think it's a really important one. But like we predicted in the beginning, a lot of people in the chat saying it could be close, and I agree. Martic has everything to trouble players, and I mean, she's been playing well, right? She has 15 winners, 10 unforced errors. 5 aces, so I think against a lesser player than Paola Badosa, she would actually win this set quite easily. And we can see that Jean is slipping a bit, being off by a whole point in predicting the tiebreak. Jean, I hope you can up your level in the coming set. So let's hear it from everyone. What is going to be the result of this coming set? So give me your predictions. Second set, who's going to win it in what fashion? Give me the scoreline and maybe also some hot takes. Well, I will have a look maybe at some scores from different matches. Seeing what's going on, which matches are on right now. Alcaraz and Korea have just started playing, so that's of course an interesting match to be following. We have Jensen Brooksby being 6-4, 7-6, 3-1 up against Koric. Borna Koric, a lot of people expected him to go deep, but apparently it's getting difficult. And Alex is still a bit disappointed I didn't have to sing. Maybe the second set, Alex. Let's hear your predictions. Gary Saint-Laurent says, I can say that I called it Iga 6-2 earlier. Well, let's hear it for let's hear it for this set. What do you think? And Todd says Paola 6-4. I'm going with a Petra Martic tiebreak victory in this set. Martic starts off well with a good first serve. Yannick Sinner wins the first set against Eubanks, so that's a good start from him. And we have Potapova Zhang is still on serve. No big difficulties there. Dan Evans has dropped a set against Duckworth. It's now 5-4 in the fourth set. And Rel saying, if you predicted 7-5, it finished 7-6. It's a game, not a point. No, I was for the tiebreak. was 8-6. Or 7-5, sorry. It was 7-5, he predicted 7-4, but doesn't matter. We're into the second set. Still want to see your predictions, and we can see that Martic is already 30 love up. Who here also thought that Courage would beat Brooksby? Because I had Courage doing actually pretty well, picked him in some fantasy leagues, etc. But it seems like he's a bit too fatigued, yeah? Manoris, maybe you are watching. You're saying he's destroying him. Real saying no, Badosa should lose 0-6 sets too. Yeah, that's. I mean, these are the hot takes that we want to see, right? Thank you, Rel, for throwing it in there. Recency bias getting to me and to Gary and to Todd. So yeah, guys, I think we need to consider this next time Grand Slam happens. Meanwhile, 40 love for Martic looks like an easy service game for her, like she had many in the first set as well. Second serve. Good return from Badosa. No, it's not a good return. It's a love game for Petra Martic. It's either the first love game of the match, or I forgot to pay the button a few times, but let's keep it as it's the first love game of the match. And this gives me some time with the changeover to ask everyone who is here who hasn't yet, please hit the like button. I can see that we have way more viewers than people hitting the like button. So if you want to help me out, please hit it. We're on 37 right now. I think we can reach 100. So go to YouTube, hit the like button right below, and help me spread the love for the Game to Love channel. Also hit the subscribe button on the video if you haven't yet. 15 love to Badosa, and maybe it looks a little bit like we are back into the flow of the first set where both players keep their service games quite easily. No breaks yet, keep that in mind. And one side that we're seeing more and more is that players are struggling with throwing. Well, good serve, but good return from Martic. Got Badosa a bit off guard. The serve from Badosa was really powerful, but Martic with a fast return, and it's 15-all. We're into the rally slice from Martic. She wanted to move to the net, but she rethinks and stays on the baseline. And wild shot. I think she should have gone to the net, seeing what happens after. But of course, that's easy talking from hindsight. So we were talking about Borna Goric possibly losing. Let me see what I predicted for him. I had Goric beating Brooksby, but going out against Alcaraz. So yeah, it's one round difference, but... really good drop shot from Badosa. It's 40-15. And Todd Hale saying Zheng Potapova 4-4. Zheng controlling most of the rallies. Yeah, that's to be expected, I think, from her great form. She's a player that can really dominate those rallies. So looking forward to see what happens there. Apparently Potapova not playing too bad. So we have a lot of exciting matches going on in the women's side at the moment. So that's nice to see. Puts in save on Niemeyer is also very close. Niemeyer won the first set and now 3-3 in the next one. And we have a really good drop shot from Petra Martic. It's 40-30. Alcaraz has started, like mentioned. So that's also going to be a very good match, I think. I have Carlitos going super deep in the tournament, making the final. What are your expectations for Carlos Alcaraz? Is this going to be his breakthrough slam? Into the rally, really powerful shot by Badosa. Big forehands. Martic with the big backhand now. Backhand to forehand rally. Forehand from Martic. Backhand from Martic going to the net. Volleying. Volley is out. Yeah, good passing shot from Badosa. A lot of power, and it's a game for her. It's 1-1. So we already have one person who is wrong in their predictions. And it is Rel with the hot take. She'll lose 0-6 in the second set. Not going to happen, Rel. Better looks next time. But I really appreciate you having these hot takes. It makes for good discussions. Jean saying Alcaraz in semifinals for me, losing to Rafa. Yeah, I just said earlier, how can you go against Rafael Nadal in the Grand Slam, and then I have him going out against Alcaraz in the semifinals? But I would love to see that match. And Menor is saying Evans won 6-2, 6-3, 4-6, 6-4. That's pretty impressive from Big Dan. I usually don't pick him in Grand Slam because he can be very fatigued easily, and it's also he struggles with himself sometimes a bit. But good result for him going to the third round. It's love 15 now. Martic dropping a point on her serve for the first time in this set. It's a let. And Gary saying, I asked John Suk this morning, anyone seeing a Daniel Rafa rematch coming from a mile away? What was his answer before I answer this? What was his answer to that? And what do you think? Martic's trying to play serve volley, but Badosa, she sees it and she hits it deep. It's love 30. Maybe a chance for Paola BADOSA here to break early, so she doesn't have to wait to the tiebreak this time. Good serve from Martic, moves to the net. Smashes, but BADOSA gets it. Another smash, but BADOSA doesn't get that one. Really good save on the first one from BADOSA, but it's 15-30. Gary, while you can contemplate on the answer, I will say that I see a Daniil Alcaraz match coming up, and I think it would be a great one. It will be a 5-setter for sure. If we get a Daniil Rafa, I'm also okay with it. But as Todd says, Medvedev still has to take care of Kyrgios. You're saying Kyrgios. I actually think that Jibing Wu will beat Kyrgios if the two meet. So that's my hot take for today, and I'll leave it at that. If Kyrgios goes to the third round and he plays against Jibing Wu will beat him in 4 sets. Serve into the net for Martic on 30-30. It's a double fault. It's a break point for Paola BADOSA. Bad moment for Petra Martic to hit a double fault, and she is facing a break point. And Jean saying Korea breaks. That's early in the match. I mean, of course, doesn't say much yet, but it's good for him that he's off to a great start. Yeah, this is something that I wanted to talk about, Todd. So I'll come back to your point after we finish this game, because we have a break point for BADOSA. But Draper looked good. First serve is out, and she has to do it on the second serve. Paola BADOSA, can she break early? It's a lot of tension. The wind is playing a role again. Second serve. Ooh, it's a shank return from BADOSA, but she gets lucky. It lands in. Forehand from Martic, BADOSA with a wild shot, and I will play the shank button for the previous shot. So, Todd saying Draper looked damn good. Yeah, I wanted to talk about this earlier. Beating Felix on hardcourt in straight sets, that's not something that many players can do, right? I would say maybe Djokovic could do it. Maybe, I don't know, Kyrgios could do it, but other players, I don't know. So what a performance from Draper, who I think everyone had pretty high for Wimbledon, and then it went a bit differently. But for this tournament, he's looking in great shape. And Gene saying, now that's a hot take round. Yeah, that's what I'm here for, right? I have to put some of the hot takes on the plate, but I genuinely think that Jibing Wu is such a relaxed, composed player, and someone who Kyrgios will find it very hard to get on his nerves. So I think how calm and composed Yibing Wu is, and also how much power he's playing currently, he could definitely trouble Kyrgios, and I would like to see him beat Kyrgios. Even though Nick Kyrgios is one of my favorite players. While most of the GTL Rafa ladies are absent, let me say a Daniel Carlos final would be awesome. Don't tell them, please. Yeah, sorry, Gary. I've just put it on the screen, and if they rewatch this, they will see it. So I deeply apologize for throwing you under the bus, but I agree with your take. And Rel telling me how it is with coming with straight facts while I'm only dropping hot takes. You need more than composure to beat Kyrgios right now. Rel, you are absolutely right. His serve is out of this world sometimes recently. So you're right. Martic moves forward to close out the game to the net. She volleys it away, and it's a really big hold from Petra Martic. It's 2-1. And Martic is laughing a bit with her box. I think it's about the wind that she's throwing the balls all the time and they land on really different places. But yeah, it's maybe a bit difficult circumstances for both players with the wind. And yeah, it also looks like it's pretty sunny, so maybe warm. And but Petra Martic, she seems still very relaxed, and the game is pretty even. So let's see if I can pull up a few more scores for you guys. Border Courage is 5-1 down against Brooksby in the third set, and I think that looks like to be finished. So Brooksby advancing, and another player from my bracket going out. My women's bracket is completely ruined already, so let's ruin the men bracket as well. And Shelly is back in saying, "Come on, Badosa." Yeah, that's nice to see. Root for your favorite player, guys. I would really like to see some enthusiasm for either player. And yeah, I think Badosa, she's doing well, but it's so close. Players are going back into the court. It's Paola Badosa serving. She's 2-1 behind, but everything's still on serve in the second set. And she won the first set in the tiebreak, which was pretty close, 7-5. Good serve from Badosa. But the follow-up backhand is into the net. It's love 15, and Petra Martic will be eyeing her chance to maybe get a breakdown. She had 4 breakpoints earlier in the first set, but she wasn't able to get a break on any of them. Oh, wow. Bad serve from Badosa. It's like 2 meters wide. And the second serve she goes. Her first serve percentage is actually up so much. Second serve is good. Backhand to backhand rally. It's a slice from Martic, and she approaches again. Passing shot from Badosa is not good, but the volley from Martic is also not good. What a rally we have here. Volley from Martic. But the lob from Badosa is definitely not well played. And Martic gets the point. She's laughing. I really like the attitude of Petra Martic in this second set. She lost the first one. She could be annoyed, but I think she really likes these points. And what Petra Martic is doing well is that she plays a really deep slice as an approach shot. So she has a lot of time to move to the net. And then when she's at the net, I think her block volleys are really strong. So that she is able to withhold the pressure from Badosa, who, when Martic is at the net, Badosa likes to just hit a very hard ball. And if you're able to volley those into the corners, then yeah, you're going to get a lot of points. So it's 15-30, and maybe chances here for Martic on the service game of Badosa. Good serve. Backhand from Badosa, Martic with the slice, he's staying in the rally. Forehand from Badosa looks wild. 50-40 with 2 break points for Petra and Martic. Ooh, it's a double fault. It's a double fault. What a way to give away the game. Petra Martic leads 3-1. Martic serving now to consolidate the break. And before I forget, as I said earlier, there's no Petra Martic button yet. There's some people in the chat who are trying to convince me to sing. Not convinced. So let's see. Martic with a really bad miss. It's she had an open shot. It's 15-all. Brooksby beating Courage in straight sets and a good win for Niemeyer. So that's 2 results coming in. And Niemeyer has been playing well this year. So interesting that she's going through. Not interesting, but interesting to see her play. And I think she could make a rise on the rankings if she keeps going like this. Yeah, Manoris, Courage lost. Such a nice guy, Bora Courage. I really like him. And shame that he goes out. But Brooksby is a tough cookie. And apparently he was on form. But Martic 30-15 ahead. We have a Potapova Zheng tiebreaker. That should be exciting as well. Not as exciting as this match, of course, which I'm watching with you guys, but still exciting. Okay, we have Martic serving 30-15. Good serve. Badosa loops it up. Martic with the backhand. Badosa moving in with the forehand. Martic slicing it back. Badosa with another forehand. Martic bringing it back again. Badosa spreading. Wow, what a powerful forehand from Badosa. It's too much for Petra Martic. Oh, there she goes. Badosa with the fist pump, and it's 30-all. And we have Gary getting caught red-handed by Ems saying, "Too late, Gary. I saw your comment. It's all good." I think, Gary, you don't have to be afraid that your takes will lead to a crucifixion, but that's pretty funny. Good serve again from Martic. She plays the drop shot. But Badosa gets there, but she volleys it away. Wow, the way that Martic is moving the play around to the second set is definitely something else. And Badosa struggling. Martic looking to go to 4-1. Alex saying Kostyuk refused to shake hands with Azarenka because she's Belarusian, but Azarenka was expecting this and walked straight toward her bench. Yeah, I mean, I can understand Kostyuk's feelings. Of course, it's always the hard question if you should mix politics and sports, etc. But you also have to understand that maybe she has family, or she probably has family in Ukraine, which are suffering from the war. So yeah, it's probably very emotional for her, and let's not judge her too much. Yeah, it's 4-1, guys. Martic looking really good in this second set, and Badosa needs to up her game. So Martic is just moving her around, and she looks the better player now. Meanwhile, we are almost close to 50 likes, so help a brother out. Hit the like button and make sure that we spread the love for the Game to Love channel. If anyone's here, new here, you are welcome to ask any question that you like in the YouTube chat. So if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, whatever, just drop a question in the chat about tennis, about this match, about my favorites, for anything. Feel free. It's gets a lot better chatting with you guys. So just feel free to ask any question. And Gary saying, what are you talking about? Yeah, Gary, I think there's no coming back from this. I'm sure the screenshots will be posted across the Rafael Nadal fans forum, and you might become a pariah in the Rafael Nadal fan club, so be careful. Badosa serving, she needs to hold this game to have any chance in the second set, and there is Martic on the net again, but this time Badosa finds the passing shots really deep, really powerful, and this is what she needs to do. She needs to keep consistently finding those passing shots because Martic now knows that coming to the net works. And if Badosa can keep passing her, maybe she can force her to stay on the baseline. And Rel saying, will my hot take be off by a game? Yeah, then I will still give you the credits if it happens. Badosa going to the second serve. And it's a double fault. It's the 5th double fault. And I have the feeling that I haven't seen Paola Badosa serve this bad in a while. I can, maybe for some other people, I watch a lot of matches from Paola Badosa. And I usually think she doesn't hit like 5 double faults in a match. Good return from Martic again. It's out from Badosa, and it's 15-30. And Todd saying, not surprised that Tour veteran Martic playing like one great poise. Yeah, Petra Martic is a player that is always there, right? I think she makes almost every Grand Slam, or maybe every Grand Slam, and she gets to the second, third, fourth round quite often. So, yeah, always a player to keep in mind. Big forehand from Badosa. Martic keeping everything in play at the moment. She is running around, but everything is hitting the baseline, slicing and slicing. Paola Badosa with the big forehand wins the point. That's a good one from Badosa. 30-all. Oh, Badosa missing another easy shot, and it's another break point, and Martic could move to 5-1 here. Ace, Paola Badosa, and it's 30-40. Only her second ace of the match, if I'm right. I'm not sure if the scoreboard has it right. She tries to go for another ace, but it's wide, and she has to go to the second serve. Martic is already stepping in a little bit. She's looking for a big return, maybe moving to the net, I think. The big return comes. Badosa returns it. Big backhand from Martic. Badosa with a wild shot. And Martic Martic gets the advantage again. And Badosa is struggling so much in her service games now. And one of the more interesting statistics that you can see on the scoreboard is that she only wins 35% of her second serve points. So that's really low. And Martic seems to dominate. Oh, it's a bad miss from Badosa, and there goes Petra Martic, 5-1 lead. Petra Martic can serve out this set. On 5-1, who would have expected this after the tiebreak? I said Martic would win it in a tiebreak, but it seems like Rel has a way better view on tennis than I have, and it might be a quick one this set. Meanwhile, we are slowly like a snail closing in on the 50 likes. Help me out, hit the like button and subscribe to the Game to Love channel. We are bringing you about 5 to 10 matches every day this US Open. It's the first time that we do so many matches. We have a lot of new commentators like me as well, doing some matches, and Ben and JG, of course, the superstars of Game to Love, doing a lot of matches as well. So if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, then we'll give you all the updates when we go live, and it will be quite often. That's what I can tell you. 30 love from Martic. What a serve. Wow. 112 miles per hour and 40 love. And it's a big serve for Petra Martic. She consolidates. Yeah, Petra Martic wins the second set 6-1. And I want to check if Alex is still in the chat. So Alex, if you are here, let me know. And Todd, thanks for the updates, by the way. Todd is saying Potapova had a lead in the tiebreaker, but got away from her. And Zhang takes the first set. Wow, Zhang really on a roll. And she's going well. And Alex is here. So with Petra Martic winning the second set, I have a little something for you. And it goes like this. It's Petra Martic, the way she makes our heart beat. Petra Martic, her slice so crafty. Petra Martic, her backhand crafty, her slice so good. Petra Martic, the way she makes our heart beat. This one was for you, Alex. Gary Saint Laurent saying Zhang up one set. Yes. Yeah, I think she's getting a lot of fans with the way she plays as well. I think it's an exciting play style, so that's good for her. And hope... I was going to say hope no one records this, but being on YouTube, that's kind of difficult, right? Todd saying, rip my 6-4 Badosa second set prediction. Well, Todd, it's never too late for a new prediction. Actually, let's get our predictions in right now for the third set. What is the scoreline going to be in the third set? Let me know. Are you predicting a Badosa win, a Martic win? And what scoreline is it going to be? I think we have to give the credits to Rel for the second set being so close. And Alex saying, Roland, you overcame the fear factor. Yeah, singing is definitely not my thing. But I mean, I had to give it to all the Martic fans and supporters in here. And also, I agree with you that every player should have a button. So there we go. And maybe Ben can use this. Gary Sun around saying Martic 6-4, M saying 6-3 Badosa, and Rel saying I really wanted to be wrong. Well, maybe you can make a wrong prediction this set, and then it will go to the Badosa. And Todd says 6-4 Badosa the third. That's exactly what I meant. Yes, I saw it already that you meant that. No worries. So for me, it's going to be a 6-3 for Martic in the third set and Badosa going out. And on the stands, actually, we can hear the crowd for the first time in this match. I was kind of surprised because Paola BADOSA is a pretty popular player, but now you can hear the vamos, vamos, vamos from the crowd. So maybe they can support her because going a breadstick against Petra Martic as the fourth seed, that's tough. And Rel predicting BADOSA 7-5. Let's see, you might be right again, or close to right. The first point of the third set goes to Paola BADOSA, and she looked properly annoyed in the end of the second set, which of course makes sense when you get that far behind. But let's see if she can find her stride again. The serve's not there yet. The serve's not there yet, and she goes to the second serve. Second serve is really good. It's really deep, and Martic struggles with it. 30 love. So I talked about Paola BADOSA being born in New York and living in Dubai. Petra Martic is from Split, Croatia. A really nice city, actually. If you've never been there, it's definitely a place to go. Croatia as a whole is a really beautiful country. But she lives in Freeport, Bahamas. I mean, that sounds like a really great place to live, right? Don't know if any of you have ever been to the Bahamas. I definitely haven't, but wow, really good point from Badosa. Difficult overhead smash and 40 love. Paola Badosa looking better than in the second set. Let's see if she can win the serve game easily. First serve is into the net again. We have Yuan winning the first set against Begu. So another Chinese player who's doing well, and she wins the set 6-3. On the men's side, we have Sinner and Eubanks in a tiebreak in the second set. And Alcaraz now leading 3-2 after going 2-1 behind. And also just started Cam Norrie against Xiao Sousa. I was gonna ask the chat, so maybe this is a good moment for any of you. How far do you see Cam Norrie going in this tournament? Alex BG1 saying, if Petra's parents happen to be watching, they'd want to make you their son-in-law after that song. I hope they are watching, Alex. That would mean the world to me. And yeah, it would be pretty funny. KC, hey, nice to have you here. Says, come on, Paula. Yeah, she needs you. She needs everyone. She needs all the vamos that she can get. And the crowd is doing it now. So let's see if that helps her through this third set. So far, Martic looking good on her own serve. 15 love up and goes to the second serve right now. Second serve comes in. Backhand from Badosa. Forehand from Martic. Another big forehand from Martic. Moves to the net again. Oh, but a shot from Badosa. Badosa spotted it, that she was moving to the net. And she catches her halfway the court with a really fast shot. And it's 15-all. And like we discussed earlier, this is what Badosa needs to do. When Martic is moving to the net, she should not give her any time and just hit the ball really fast-paced. Ace from Petra Martic, number 8. She has been serving excellent. I don't particularly remember this from her, so interesting to see how good her serve has become, and also the contrast with serve from Badosa is so big. And we have Gary saying, because I guess that Rafa was still not 100% physically, actually had Norrie beating him. Not feeling great about that one anymore, but Norrie's very solid. Yeah, I have him going out against Rafa. Rafa seems pretty fit, if you ask me. So I think Rafa beats him, but he still gets there. Meanwhile, we have something that I call a little bit of the commentator's curse, which is Petra Martic hitting a double foul just after I compliment her about the serve, and it's 30-all. And Martic getting ready to serve. 8 double faults in the game, in the match total. Big serve from Martic, return from Badosa, lands on the baseline. Martic with the backhand, Badosa on the backhand, Martic with the forehand. Badosa with the forehand, not so deep. Martic with the drop shot, moving to the net, but the drop shot hits the net court. It's 30-40, and it's a breakpoint for Paola Badosa. It's the first breakpoint for Badosa since I think somewhere in the first set. It has been a lot of games between her first breakpoints and now. Big serve from Martic again. Badosa with a good return. Backhand to forehand rally. Forehand from Badosa to the line. Slice from Martic. Slice from Badosa. Another slice from Martic. And another slice from Badosa. We're hitting those slices. Another slice from Martic. Forehand from Badosa now at the line. Hits the line. She moves in with the backhand. Can she make the point? No, she hits the net. Oh, such a well build up in this point. And she puts it into the net through the middle. I don't know why she goes through the middle. If she just puts it to the left, it's better. But KC saying, liking your Nori prediction. Yeah, I think Nori is a player that's at this moment, he's on good form. And he can beat lower ranked players. But if you look at against players like Nadal, Djokovic, Medvedev, I don't think he beats those. And Todd saying, Potapova begging to lose her composure. That's good for all the Zhang backers. Big point from Martic, who moves to advantage. And Badosa ruined her chances in this game. And we have another match starting, which is pretty interesting to me. It's Gijs Brouwer, the Dutch qualifier, number 181 in the world, against Lorenzo Musetti. And could be a really interesting match. Brouwer is the only Dutch player left in the tournament, said Roland Vees. We had 4, and then there was only 1. Good point from Petra Martic. It's 1-1. Badosa looks really annoyed. She's walking off the court really slowly, and I hope she's okay physically. Yeah, she's okay physically. She's just annoyed. Super annoyed even. That she left a chance at the break point. First serve from Badosa into the net. She needs to do well in this service game. She has been struggling in 3 out of her last 4 service games. Second service good. Slice from Martic. Comes to the net immediately again. Passing shot from Badosa, not good enough. Lob from Badosa. Way out. And Martic is dominating this match on the net. Low 15. Big rally going on, big forehand to forehand rally. But it's a misser from Badosa. It's low 30. She's in trouble again. And Badosa fans, this is starting to look a little bit grim. She seems to be unable to hold her serve. 43% on her second serve percentage. Points won. And she's struggling. Big forehand from Badosa. Slice from Martic. Slice from Badosa into the net. 3 break points from Martic. Oh, Badosa with 2 big missers in this game. $15.40. Good serve. Still 2 break points remaining for Petra Martic. In comes the first serve. It's wide. Or too long, I should say. And second serve for Badosa. Can she up the percentage of 40%? Oh, she messes up the toss because of the wind. Are the nerves getting to her? Return from Martic is really deep, and it's a shank from Badosa. And she gets broken again. It's Petra Martic who gets 2-1 lead, and the scoreline is moving the same way as in the previous set. So maybe some people should have stuck with their predictions. But Badosa not looking good in her own service games right now. And Martic, every time she moves to the net, she seems to put so much pressure on Badosa, who just cannot figure out how to deal with it. She needs to pass her, but she doesn't do it often enough. She tries to lob or whatever. And Martic is playing really, really well, I have to say. So Let's see if Badosa can unravel her playing style a little bit and maybe do a bit more. Her second serve, I have to say, looks really weak. And what happens often is that Martic puts a really, really deep slice into that second serve, moves to the net and wins the point. And Badosa needs to wrap her head around it. I think on-court coaching is allowed on this Grand Slam, so maybe that can help her. But let's see. We give you a score update. Sinner winning the second set against Eubanks. He is now 2 sets against Love Up. Alcaraz winning also the first set 6-2 against Coria, so he's cruising. What else do we have? Not much to report on, so we will go back to the match. Petra Martic is serving, looking to consolidate another break. Where I said it was a pretty tight match in the first set. It's not looking like a tight match at the moment. Huge serve from Petra Martic outside. It's an ace, 15 love. I would also like to see the bookie line for this match. Someone asked that in the beginning. I would like to see how the bookies move in the bench each match. But for this one, it could also be pretty interesting because it's all first set. I mean, you think Badosa is going to win and then she just drops it completely. 30 love Martic. She's smiling and she's cruising. You know who would also be smiling? Me, if I would hit 50 likes. So please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Excellent serve again from Martic. Moves in, forehand to the line. It's too good. 40 love. Petra Martic playing some level currently. And KC saying rooting for both Spaniards right now. Badosa hasn't been her best lately. Hope she pulls through. Yeah, it's not. I don't like seeing her like this. You miss the fiery spirit that Badosa had, and in the first set she was putting a lot of power through these forehands down the line and dominating the rallies from there, and she lost that edge completely. It's 40-15 for Martic. Ace, Martic, 3-1, and we have a consolidation from Petra Martic. 3-1, Martic winning 9 out of the past 11 games. And it's looking a bit tough for Paola BADOSA at the moment while we get some footage of people eating. Thanks for that. Paola BADOSA serving. She only kept 2 out of her last 5 service games. Can she change that? Into the rally. Martic with the drop shot. BADOSA gets there, but she misses. I also have the feeling that at every drop shot that Paola gets, she moves to the net well. She's quick enough, but then she doesn't do enough with putting it away, or she does too much and she puts it outside the court. She looks more like crying at the moment than anything. I really hope she doesn't, poor Paola. But love 15 again. First serve into the net. I feel like I'm repeating myself. And here comes the second serve, forehand from Martic. Paola with the backhand. Martic moves it around, moving to the net again. Is the volley good? Yeah, the volley is excellent. What a point against Petra Martic. Paola BADOSA cannot deal with her currently, and it's love 30. Second serve for BADOSA. Martic with a good return. BADOSA with a forehand. Martic with the backhand. BADOSA with a forehand. Martic with the slice again. BADOSA with a big forehand into the net. She's making so many mistakes. Unforced errors going to the roof. It's love 40 and another 3 breakpoints for Petra Martic. And BADOSA is crying, actually. Oh, no. This is hard to watch. Oh. This hits me right in the feels, guys. Paola BADOSA crying on court, and looks tough for her. Good serve, though. Big forehand, but Martic keeps returning everything. She is like a wall, but another big front for BADOSA. Let's go, Paola BADOSA. And she doesn't celebrate it, but she needs this. She needs that fire to come back. And Gary asking, Paola seems to fade in a lot of matches. Am I seeing that right? And Gary, yes, she loses matches she should win. And Rel saying there's something wrong with BADOSA. Yeah, I think it's just a mental thing, right? I mean, she has the skills. We've seen it. I've seen her play some ATP tournament or WTA tournaments where she completely dominates the opponents, like trashes them completely in the beginning of the year. And Martic breaks again. And Todd asking, is she crying? Maybe she's dealing with an injury. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I think it was after the shot that she misses. She seems to be moving well, so I'm not sure if she has an injury, but I'm really feeling for her. Seeing Paola BADOSA cry really hurts my heart. She's such a kind, generous person, and I think she's really struggling with herself right now, beating herself up a little bit, and she needs to get into that fighting, competitive spirit that she has. But I can imagine that it's hard when you're missing easy shots. I think she went from having like a positive win, unforced error record of like +7 against, and now it's -1. So. And Petra Martic, 31 winners against 17 double faults. She's also playing against a player who's finding her top level, and she's unable to deal with the way that Martic goes to the net. Todd saying, I picked Nadal and Andreescu. Not sure if Bianca gets past Garcia. I would say that Garcia is a big favorite there, but let's see how that match plays out. Should be very exciting. 4-1, Petra Martic. Can she close out this match fast before BADOSA finds it again? She has been playing excellent in this second and third set, so let's see. In comes the serve of Martic. No, she deals with the throw up, and Rel was saying hard to watch BADOSA, one of my favorites. Yeah, same here, Rel. I really like Paola BADOSA. I love watching match so far. It's also why I asked if I could do this match, because I really wanted to comment on the BADOSA match once. So I hope she can find it in this match, and if not, I hope that she kind of gets it together soon. Because yeah, seeing her like this is not what we want. 15 love for Martic, misser from BADOSA. Martic's first serve goes into the net. Second serve is deep. Return from BADOSA halfway the field. Forehand to forehand rally and slice from Martic. Forehand from BADOSA, really powerful. Martic put it into the net. That's a good point from BADOSA. 50-15 all. And Gary is saying, studying the draw, good chance of a Swiatek Zheng rematch in round of 16. Okay, so here comes the second hot take of the day. Yibing Wu beats Nick Kyrgios, and Zheng beats Swiatek. $15-all, second serve. Second serve comes in, return from BADOSA. That's good, pretty deep. Can she? Yes. Very nice backhand on the line from BADOSA. Is this the comeback? It's 15-30. Really big backhand from BADOSA on the line. It's 15-30. She needs this break right now. She looks really aggravated. Paola on fire. That's something to behold. Let's hope she gets there. Big serve from Martic. Good return though from BADOSA. Drop shot from Martic. BADOSA moves forward. Plays a really good approach shot. It's 15-42. Breakpoint for Paola BADOSA. And there's the fist bump again. It's back. And Rel, maybe this is what you've been hoping for. Badosa looks a bit more fired up. Maybe she needed to get it out of her system, and that's why she was crying. But she looks fired up now, and if she breaks here, I'm sure she'll be fighting till the end. Big serve from Martic. No, it's into the net, and it's second serve with 2 breakpoints down. Second serve is good. Return from Badosa is in, really deep. Backhand from Martic, so strong. What a moment to play a backhand like that. Badosa completely wrong-footed, and it's 30-40. Martic saves 1 breakpoint. Petra Martic has saved all 5 breakpoints that have come to her. Can she save the 6th as well? She's getting ready to serve. It's a really big serve, but the return is good from Badosa. She moves to the net, and she puts it away with the volley. Martic, wow, what a serve. Good serve and volley play, big serve. And yeah, Petra Martic on the net is something to behold. She gives me Maxime Cressy feelings at the moment. Shout out to Maxime Cressy. He withdrew in the first round. I picked him to go like 4th round. And I think he was too fatigued from the previous tournaments. I saw Gary saying something about recency bias. I do this as well, where I pick players who won like the weekend before, and they actually are too fatigued and they go out immediately. So maybe mental note here for both of us. Second serve from Martic. Return from Badosa. Forehand to backhand rally. Big forehand from Martic. Badosa with a wild forehand, and it's advantage Martic. And Badosa really needed this break, and it seems like it's all coming away from her. I think if Martic goes to 5-1 here, we might see another breaststick. And Rel saying like Manarino. Yeah, exactly. And also like Kasatkina, who completely fatigued in the match. And I thought Daria would go to the final and win it, but she seemed so tired. And this is a mental note for me that Manarino, Cressy, Kasatkina, a lot of players who won tournaments just now, they go out first round. So I need to think about this when I do my predictions. Big serve. Good ball from Badosa, big backhand. Oh, but what a misser. It's the consolidation. Oh, no, no, no. Really good serve from Badosa, though. 5-1. Can she hold her serve at least once again? She goes to 15 love. I was really expecting Badosa to make a comeback in the previous game because she had 2 breakpoints, but Petra Martic saving 6 breakpoints, and I have the feeling that almost all of those are saved at the net, where she's so strong. Gary's saying, Roland, you are quietly confident when you make your picks. Haman is a bit more animated, but you both seem deadly sure. I mean, yeah, you have to stand behind your picks, right? Don't dwell on them too much and just go for them. And going for something, talking about going for something, Petra Martic comes to the net and wins a point. What is new in the world? Water is wet. But yeah, I just have a lot of confidence in some of these young Chinese players who are unseeded, but they've been playing so well, and they seem to not struggle at all with fatiguing of this. Paola BADOSA super annoyed. At one moment, I think she looked like she wanted to smash her record, but she doesn't do that, which is speaks for Paola BADOSA. It's 50-40, 30. Wow, what a point for Paola BADOSA. And she's talking to herself like, why don't you do this all the time? It's 30-30. Let's see if we have some other scores going on, but not many sets finished or anything. So I'll just keep talking about the match because we are so close to maybe the end of this match. 30-all. Good serve from Badosa, but the return from Martic is good as she has been. Forehand to forehand rally, pretty high. Badosa trying to end the rally with a forehand, but we're still in it. Forehand from Martic to what a shot from Petra Martic. 40-30, and Rachel Lee is saying win for Croatia. It's getting close, Rachel. Are you supporting Petra? Because she has now a match point. Into the nets, the serve of Badosa. Second serve and match point down. 2 breadsticks in a row would be grueling. Into the rally pretty high. Martic is trying to make Badosa make the mistake, but she actually makes the mistake herself. I don't like this from Martic. She's looping the ball up. Really weak play. It's juice, and it's another match point.
Match point.
Yeah, I got that wrong, of course, but I was a bit too early. We are still in juice, and Petra is dominating the rally. She might get another match point, but the button was a bit premature. I clicked the wrong one. We're into the rally, backhand to backhand, and actually Badosa goes to advantage. And we have Alex saying, by the way, I hope you wrote down those Petra lyrics. I might or I might not have, Alex. Let's find out. Gary's saying, wow, Petra, yeah, she's playing really well. The power and the dominance in the rallies is really striking me. Good serve from Badosa. Return from Petra is so good, but the slice is not good. And Badosa holds, and let's play that Paola Badosa button one more time before we are not able to do it anymore in this match.
Vamos! He was a tennis that Josa. She gonna show ya. Vamos! He was a tennis that Josa. She gonna show ya. It's Paola Badosa.
It is Paola Badosa, and I have to say she looked a bit better in the last 2 games, but yeah, she needs to win at least 3 games in a row to stay in this match. I think it's a hard ask against Petra Martic, who's playing so well. I haven't seen a female player move to the net as often as she does, and she does it with great confidence and great approach play. So yeah, Petra Martic, if she can do the service games like she has, then a big chance that she beats number 4 seed Paola Badosa, which would be quite the upset. Todd Hill saying, great call, Roland, off to work, enjoy the matches. Hey, Todd, thanks so much. Thanks also a lot for being here, chatting with us, and your opinions on all the different things in tennis. Good luck at work, and hope to see you back soon for another Game to Love stream. And I see we have some new viewers, so for all of those of you who are new, please hit the like button on the video. We are currently on 46, and I would definitely like to hit 50 before we end this match, so that JG and Ben can see that I'm trying to do work here. We have Petra Martic trying to serve for the match. Can she serve it out? Have I written the lyrics down? We will find out shortly. Big serve, but it's just out. Second serve. Oh, the return from Badosa is way too deep. It's 15 love, and she's so annoyed with herself. Talking to herself a lot. Looks like she's crying again. Big serve from Martic. Return from Badosa is good. Slice from Martic. Wow, what a shot from Badosa. And it's 15-all. This is what she needs. Martic is trying to bait her a little bit with the slices, with the drop shots, with going to the net, trying to bait her to make unforced errors, and it's working. But now this is a good shot from Badosa. It's 15-all. First serve is just a bit off again. She moves to the second serve, and we've passed the 2-hour mark. 30-15, Martic edging closer to winning here. She only needs 2 more points to close out this second round. Not sure what the comment in the chat is from Twitch, but let's see. Into the rally. Oh, but Badosa makes another misser, hits it into the net, and we have 2 match points.
Match point.
The rallies are getting shorter. Badosa's making the mistakes earlier, and we have 2 match points for Petra Martic. Can she close this one out? She missed one earlier. There she goes, Petra Martic. She wins. What a win for Petra Martic. She wins 6-7, 6-1, 6-2. Petra Martic, I think one of the bigger wins of her career, beating Paola BADOSA. And we 6-7, 6-1, 6-2, really dominant in the last 2 sets. And Alex BG1, if you hear, it's one more time for you. Petra Martic, the way she makes our heart beat. Petra Martic, her slice so crafty. Petra Martic, her backhand hit so artsy. Petra Martic, we might have another star here. Petra Martic, she makes our heart beat. So there we go, Petra Martic. She beats 4th seed Paola Badosa and moves into the 3rd round of this year's US Open. With every one of you, I had a really great stream. Had a lot of fun, and I think we saw a great match of tennis in the end. Petra Martic so dominant on the net and in her own service games, and you can see that also saving 6 out of 6 break points. She played an excellent match against the Paola Badosa, who wasn't really finding her form and crying in the end. I hope Paola Badosa finds herself back again. I would like to thank everyone in the chat for the great time that we had today. If you're leaving me and you haven't liked the video yet, please do so. Subscribe to our channel if you're new. We can give you all the updates when we go live. We will do like 8 of these every time. And I would like to say to everyone here, Rachel, Alex, Gary, Todd, Rel, everyone who's been chatting, thanks so much for bringing the energy for this match. It was a pleasure to be with you, and I hope to see you very, very soon for another Game to Love stream. I think I will do try to do at least one every 2 days, depending on my work schedule. So I'm sure we will catch each other. For now, I would say if you're not finished yet with watching Game to Love, then you can move to the Alcaraz against Korea stream, which is live right now. And I think that's also promising to be a good match. So hope to see you soon. And then Alex saying the Dutch and the Croatian flags are almost identical. Yeah, we have a lot of love for our Croatian brothers. So Petra Martic, I hope she does well in the next round, and I hope to see you again soon. No worries, it was my pleasure, and catch everyone next time, like Gary says. So cheers, everyone, and until the next one on Game to Love.